Imagine being 7 years old, and everything that makes you a kid is ripped away overnight. No parents, no warmth, no safety, just hunger, pain, and one message burned into your mind: survive or be erased. We've been told Spartans were legends, heroes, the toughest warriors to ever live. But here's the uncomfortable truth no one talks about. Before a Spartan ever held a spear, he was broken first. On purpose. And by the end of this video, you might not admire Sparta anymore. You might question it. When people hear the word Spartan, they picture perfection, discipline, strength, brotherhood, victory against impossible odds. Hollywood made it look epic. History books made it look efficient. But behind the legend of Sparta was a system so extreme that modern psychology would call it childhood trauma, not training. And here's why this matters to you right now. The Spartan system wasn't just about war. It was one of the earliest examples of a government deliberately redesigning human behavior from childhood. No choice, no empathy, no individuality. A question we still wrestle with today: how far can society go in shaping people before it destroys them? Sparta believed something terrifyingly simple. Boys weren't born strong. They had to be constructed. So they engineered a system that removed softness, fear, compassion, even family. At 7 years old, Spartan boys vanished from normal life and entered a state-controlled program called the agoge, a word that literally means to lead out. Lead out of what? Humanity. Ancient writers like Plutarch describe it calmly, almost proudly, but what he's actually recording would shock most parents today. This wasn't school. It wasn't military prep. It was a pressure cooker designed to reveal who deserved to exist. The moment a Spartan boy entered the agoge, he stopped being a son and became state property. He lived in communal barracks, multiple boys crowded together. No privacy, no comfort. They were deliberately underfed, not to save food, but to force them to steal. But here's the brutal part. If you got caught stealing, you weren't punished for theft. You were punished for being sloppy, hungry on purpose, cold on purpose, unsafe on purpose. Shoes were forbidden. Hair was shaved. Clothing was limited to a single rough cloak for the entire year, summer or winter. Pain wasn't avoided. Pain was the teacher. Fighting wasn't broken up. It was encouraged. Older boys disciplined younger ones violently, and adults watched silently, judging who could endure without crying. Because in Sparta, pain wasn't weakness. Reacting to pain was. Spartan boys learned early: silence equals survival. Here's the twist most Spartan warrior stories conveniently leave out. Many boys didn't make it. Sparta practiced early selection. If a baby showed signs of physical weakness, elders could decide it wasn't worth raising. And even after that, the agoge functioned like natural selection in fast forward. Those who broke emotionally, those who rebelled, those who couldn't endure, they didn't just fail. They were socially erased. And the most disturbing part? Some ancient sources suggest older youths were encouraged to bond with younger boys, not out of affection, but as a method of control and loyalty reinforcement. Modern historians still debate the details, but even the idea raises hard questions about where training ended and exploitation began. Sparta didn't want thinkers. It didn't want dreamers. It wanted weapons that obeyed without hesitation. And yet this system worked. For centuries, Spartan soldiers were feared across Greece, as noted by historians like Herodotus. So here's the question that lingers long after the internet myths fade. If stripping away childhood creates the perfect warrior, was Sparta powerful or morally bankrupt? And more unsettling, would any modern society secretly admire those results today? Let me know what you think, because the answer is comfortable, as we do like it to be. Some ancient sources suggest older youths were encouraged to bond with younger boys, not out of affection, but as a method of control and loyalty reinforcement. Modern historians still debate the details, but even the idea raises hard questions about where training ended and exploitation began. Sparta didn't want thinkers. It didn't want dreamers. It wanted weapons that obeyed without hesitation.